My name is Rafia Ansari and I'm Secretary for Dear Asian Youth.
My name is Tessa Nguyen and I'm the Social Media Manager for Dear Asian Youth.
My name is Serena Poong, a senior at Jordan High School, and I'm the co-president of Dear Asian Youth.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Yu. I'm a 12th grader at Jordan, and I am the president of Dear Asian Youth.
My name is Paul Poppy, and I am the advisor here to the Day Club. So anybody watching this, I would highly suggest whomever you are to stop by. There are snacks. But just stop by, listen, have a safe space where you can feel comfortable talking to people like you or to people who are not like you and experiencing that as well.
The impact I hope to leave is to remind the juniors and underclassmen that there is a safe space for them here at Jordan and that they can come in for any meeting to talk with us, for activities, for any of the discussions we have.
I just really like contributing to Dear Asian Youth because I think it's a really good club and organization. And I really hope that Dear Asian Youth just continues to pull in, especially Asian students, and make them feel seen and feel like they have a community or a place to go or a place that they can talk about things and where people will understand. So I hope that I can just help contribute to that and bring new ideas and new projects and things that everyone can get excited for. I think communication is really important, and so I hope that we can set some new, excitement on the Instagram and things for that and things for communication.
I hope that once I graduate, I'll be able to impact the Jordan community by giving a safe space to those who are within the Asian American community in order to voice their opinions and what they've experienced.
I'd say that I'd love to leave the impact at Jordan of which Asian American students feel welcomed and they feel like they have a group that they can feel safe with and express their personal thoughts, concerns, and opinions without being judged. I hope that it'll provide an open community for other people to just come and be more educated, because I think a big issue in this overall nation is the fact that a lot of people just aren't educated well enough to make smart, thought out opinions and they're speaking on topics that honestly they have no knowledge of.
All right, okay. Anyone have any exciting news y'all want to share?
Yeah, what's up, Allison?
My sister's
Some topics we've discussed have been racism and sexism that are still prevalent in the Asian community. So we've talked about gendered households and colorism. Recently we had a discussion about generational trauma, which was the hardest for me since it was my first time ever even talking about it. I feel like it's kind of a taboo in the Asian community where it is always ignored. Which I understand because it is a hard topic and it's so broad, it can include anything, so I think that's why.
We've talked about beauty standards, we've talked about just a lot of things that involve culture and family and just social issues, specifically Asian hate crimes and things that are happening in current events.
Some topics that we discuss about within our club would be current global news that have been going around, such as protests and different aspects of the Asian community. One of the hardest things that we've talked about is probably the experience of our club members that have happened during quarantine. I think us being able to communicate what happened and instead of repressing it, we're actually able to communicate our feelings.
So some activities that we've done in the past that is really popular was origami. Topics we discussed, my partners have mentioned it before, but recently we talked about generational trauma and Asian fetishization, which yes, both of them are very rough topics, very heavy, but I think they're very necessary to talk about just because they're experiences that people like to be quiet on, and it shouldn't be something that's kept on the down low because it's happening and it can be traumatizing, and it is traumatizing. It's important that we can express our experiences to people who can relate and understand. One thing that I would like to accomplish is Sylvia's idea of starting a news
letter for Dear Asian Youth, and I would want to go through with it because I feel like we tend to focus on the negative things that are going on. So I feel like if you highlighted what Asians have done, it will help empower us and encourage us and just help uplift the community a little more.
And you mentioned graphic design. Do you think you'd be interested in like making a logo or just like a t-shirt design for Dear Asian Youth at some point?
I would love that. I think that would be so fun, and having like merch would be so fun, and I think that's very achievable if people buy it. I want to do some stuff that like community service projects, because a lot of people are really interested in doing community service, so if we can find something that's really specific to our club and our interests, that would be really cool.
I want to say that a really large goal would be to also branch out outside of Jordan. So instead of making an only in-school thing, we could also branch out to different Asian American clubs.
I don't know if it'll ever happen this year, but I really want to make an experience wall. And what I mean by that is we have like a wall somewhere in the school where people's stories are posted on there about being a POC or a minority or whatnot. And it doesn't have to be a negative experience, but if it is, it's okay. But it's just like an experience that people can walk by, maybe read from time to time, be like, okay, I'm not alone. Like I'm not the only one that's happened to. And there will be anonymous boxes posted around the school where people can just drop their stories in. The leaders, of course, will have to proofread to make sure that nothing bad is said or illegal is said, obviously. With that being said, though, it's going to be anonymous, and if people want to write in their own native language, they can, because who are we to inhibit them from doing that? Should be on the way with all that.
With the PowerPoints that we got snacks.
So I think in my sophomore year where we didn't have a Dear Asian Youth, that's when I feel like there wasn't really community here at school for me. So I really wanted to get involved to make sure that other people didn't have to feel like that and they knew that there was a support system here at Jordan.
I think after COVID, especially like the spike in Asian hate crimes, I became more like aware to these issues and more aware to like my own culture. And especially as someone who's half Asian, I've always felt like I wanted to find more outlets where I can like connect to my own culture or to people that were similar to me. Also, my brother was in Dear Asian Youth, which really inspired me to join because I look up to him a lot. I just wanted to help with that and help spread the word about Dear Asian Youth, but mainly just to be involved with like people like me and people that I can just hang out with.
Well, originally in my freshman year, there was also a Dear Asian Youth Club, which carried out towards the online schooling. So I think having experienced that club as a member myself, it was very comforting. It was providing me a safe space that I felt like was very needed, especially within the Jordan community. And so I wanted to inspire others and allow others to also have a safe space like I did.
I'd say that throughout my life, I've been told I wasn't Asian enough by my family, and that really hurt my, not self-esteem, but it hurt the way I looked at myself and just my identity overall. And over quarantine, Asian hate crimes were becoming very prominent in the news, and at some point I just got fed up and I felt like I wasn't doing enough in my community, and I felt like I could be doing something. So despite us having the name right before COVID happened, we were never an official chapter of the large organization, and now we are. So I feel like just the whole experience of having to watch so many people on the news get hurt bearing like my skin color, my ethnicity, it's just very hurtful to see and enraging. And I don't want that to be what Durham is like, or at least what Jordan High School is like. I want this to be a place where we feel welcomed.
The thing I enjoy the most is the community that is created via the club. In all seriousness, though, there is a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different ethnicities coming together, talking. There's a lot of laughs, but there's also a lot of serious discussion going on about some pertinent issues that various regions are facing. Personally, for me, I learn a lot as well, which is really cool as a teacher. Part of being an educator is constantly learning. And as much as teachers teach students, students also teach teachers. So being able to come today, listen to our wonderful leaders give presentations on certain issues that are going on in the world. This year, there's been somewhat more of a push to talk about more serious topics, and that also is something that I'm learning about. For instance, I didn't know that a lot of women were getting poisoned in Iran for protesting until that was brought up in a day meeting. So yeah, I think learning is something that is a really cool part about being an advisor, and something that I didn't really expect, but something that I fully welcomed. Did you zoom in to make it creepy? Of course you did. In the future, I feel like increasing the bond within the community, continuing to grow as a club, and having an impact here at Jordan specifically. I know that with our leadership now, we are somewhat in phase 1 of a building the program type of phase. I think getting into phase 2, which is becoming a prominent club within Jordan High and seeing if we can help our students promote awareness within the community of Jordan as a whole rather than just in the club. Once we have that community being built, further being built, to expand that, I think that is the next step in the club. That's something I would really look forward to in the upcoming years.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Can I restart that? Yeah. I can't think. You're making me nervous. I can't do this. Some current news. Okay.
Oh, it's recording. Okay. You wanna just
This is me.
Bye. Yay.
Bye.